What started as a simple, "excuse me," at Universal Studios escalated into one of the most bizarre arrests you'll ever witness. This woman's behavior went from 0 to 100 in seconds. And what happens next is absolutely unbelievable. Trust me, you need to see how this unfolds. Let's dive in.
Hello, what's going on? Did you just call?
I didn't just call.
Are you involved in the incident?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, so we were leaving the restaurant. Okay,
Annitos?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm walking towards the front door. My boys are, these are my sons.
Sure.
We're walking behind me. And the next thing I know, this woman walks past like this and says, "Excuse me."
Okay.
And like I said something back. I was like, "Excuse you," and she was like, "I don't need you to excuse me." Like typical,
Right.
And so like whatever. We walked out, but like I was like, I don't understand why that just happened. I don't even understand what we did. So I'm not gonna lie, I turned around, I went back up to her, she was in the bar. I went back up to her, I said, "Excuse me, can you explain to me what just happened?" Like I just
Like why?
Yeah, exactly. She got right up in my face instantly, like gut to gut. We're all up in my face. "Go ahead, touch me so I can defend myself. Touch me," which I did. I
Right.
lay a hand on her the entire time.
Okay.
So
She was like grinding against you. Too.
yeah, like
moving
super.
against
And there's also a wall behind me, so I'm literally back on against
Okay.
the wall.
So she's just chest that with it, and she's asking you to put hands on her.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, completely up in my face. But I did it, and I kind of like squeezed my way out around her to leave again. Okay. This time, I don't even know what happened, but the next thing I know, there was all kinds of chaos behind me.
Okay.
And before I understood what happened, I turned around to see what's going on, and she's grabbing at me everywhere. Like at one point, she had me by
She grabbed your shirt.
2 hands.
Okay.
And then when they came to break it up, the dude's in between us, and she's still holding on to my shirt.
So you're up against the wall, she's up against you, say, "Hey, put hands on me," and you end up squeezing around her, you're exiting, your back is turned, and then you hear commotion, you turn around, and then what is the first thing that happens right after that point?
Her grabbing at me. I don't
what does that
remember exactly
specifically, what does that mean? Grabbing. So she grabs your shirt.
to my shirt neck area. Like I have 2 necklaces broken.
Okay, so she
My
rips off
shirt
the necklace, rips off the shirt.
My sport bra. I just hear snapping of my clothing. And she hadn't like got to hear the where I'm like this, so that I'm not flashing everything.
Right.
Like
Where are you guys from?
local from Orlando.
Okay. Do you want to press charges on her?
I do.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
I do.
And then do you need the fire department for anything? Okay. Other than her grabbing your shirt, ripping off the necklaces, and then just the slight redness you have on your neck, what else happened physically?
Just this, the broken necklaces, the broken shirt.
So shirt,
this-
necklaces here, and then the guy got in between you, separated it, and then what happened after
Yeah,
that?
I think once he
And that was separated.
that was
Okay.
it. Yeah.
And this is exactly why you should always walk away from confrontation, folks. The moment someone starts asking you to touch them, they're setting up a trap. The victim showed incredible restraint here, but unfortunately, that wasn't enough to avoid the situation spiraling out of control.
There we go. What's going on here?
Yes, right here.
Okay. So
Yes, Officer Leo. Officer Leo.
what's going
Mr. Law Enforcement Officer, you have access to the cameras. Check the footage. Because I'm not going to perjure myself. I will never perjure myself. I'm not talking to you.
for what?
Yeah.
Dismiss.
What's going on?
Talking to you.
What is going on?
I was in there enjoying myself. I've been there for how many nights? And someone stole my phone. Maybe it's one of her people then. Maybe we should check her signal.
Yeah. What's going on? So,
I'm whispering. I'm whispering. I'm whispering.
there we go.
I'm
We can have a
whispering.
conversation.
I'm whispering.
Have a
I'm
conversation.
pissed. I'm pissed. I'm supposed to be on vacation. My husband is working, and I keep on getting.
So, you were inside trying to enjoy yourself. What happened to get us called out here?
Someone decided that they have the complexion for a protection, bumps into me and tell me I must tell her, excuse me. That's not how it works where I'm from.
So somebody bumped into you.
No, she deliberately bumped into me because she wanted to create a scene and she wanted me to look like the bad guy.
That happened here, or that happened in the parks?
Right up there. But it first started happening with wheelchair carried. Or is it stroller? Because I do have children.
You have children here?
I'm a daughter, a mother, a wife. I am somebody.
Okay. You have children here, or is it just you?
My barrister will deal with the rest of this.
I don't know what a barrister is.
Google it. And that's not my water bottle. I have an actual water bottle with ET on it and my name on it. Every last one of my family last name I can remember.
Now, water bottle.
And that is not. I don't
actually-
drink water out of a cup. I drink
that's
it out
mine.
of a bottle. Oh,
Ma'am,
good for you.
that's my
Good for
water.
you. That's not mine.
Thank you.
And my good friend Natasha is that Motorola. Axion. Okay, my good friend Natasha. We don't with Axon. Motorola.
That's okay.
Hello, Moto. Hello, Moto. Her quota is $1 million a month. 1 million. Who is that? It's not Motorola.
My radio's Motorola. Does that make it better?
At this point, the officers are probably wondering if they're dealing with someone under the influence or experiencing some kind of mental health crisis. The statements are all over the place, and nothing she's saying is making coherent sense. This is about to get even more intense.
Where's the dermatology? Where's the dermatologist?
Got her.
Nope.
You cannot get that out.
You're not gonna you're not gonna resist.
Create a faith. I never gave you permission to touch.
Hold down.
You're trying to kick me right now. I promise you that is not the right move.
Yeah, create a faith. Beat me up.
Relax. Calm down.
They're good.
You gotta hurt the fence. You go get the big one. If y'all want to show up, go ahead and show up over there.
If you're enjoying this breakdown of one of the wildest body cam videos of 2024, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We cover the most insane police encounters, courthouse meltdowns, and everything in between. Don't miss out. Subscribe now. All right, let's get back to this chaos.
What is this?
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Where's my child?
Yeah, go to the office.
Where is my dog?
You guys got her?
Yeah. We're just gonna bring her here for a minute so we can get the kill.
Yes, but you're not supposed to be tight, right? You're not supposed to cut off circulation, right? But because French feel it, I'm not pussy licking girlfriend.
Stop, or you're gonna end up on the ground. That's the last time I'm gonna tell you. Stop right now.
Please don't threaten me with a good
Stop
time.
right
Do not threaten me with a good time.
Stand over here for me. Stand over here.
Come on this way now.
Let me see how much money I'm not missing out on my Bumble account because I created a face of a pussy licking girlfriend. Make me find out to create a face, take 1 penny out of my Bumble bank account because she have to take a room key, right? Right? My property cannot stay on me.
Elevator face the wall.
Sure. I love it in the corner. That's what prep school kids get. Want me to stamp on 1 foot? How can you have insurance and still have bad skin? It does not work.
Back out.
Can't see.
What we're witnessing here is a complete disconnect from reality. Between the threats, the non sequiturs, and the constant demands, this woman is making the situation exponentially worse for herself. Every single word out of her mouth is digging her into a deeper hole. But let's break down what's really happening here psychologically. This behavior pattern, the grandiose statements about million-dollar friends, the references to sending the Russian, the fixation on designer items like Versace glasses. These are classic signs of someone who's either experiencing a severe mental health episode or is under the influence of something powerful. Notice how she keeps trying to assert authority and importance. She mentions being a veteran, she talks about expensive belongings, she name drops constantly. This is someone desperately trying to maintain control of a situation that spiraled out of their hands the moment they decided to escalate a minor bump in a restaurant. And here's what's tragic about cases like this. If this truly is a mental health crisis, this woman needed help, not handcuffs. But the moment you assault someone, damage property, and then assault a police officer, the system has no choice but to treat it as a criminal matter. The officers can't be therapists in that moment. They have to ensure everyone's safety first. What makes this case particularly frustrating is how avoidable it all was. A simple, "excuse me" exchange turned into a criminal record. Think about that one moment of poor decision-making, one choice to go back and confront instead of walking away, and now she's facing multiple serious charges that will follow her for years.
Where's my glasses? Where's my cheap glasses? Because my Versace is in the bag. Watch and see. Create a face must have to go down to Miami. Miami, El Miami. You know, no habla español, only parle francais. Watch and fucking see.
Miami for what?
Miami, so nice.
Are you originally from Miami?
I'm originally from my mother's pussy. Where are you from?
Same place. Thank you.
Good for
It
you.
was nice and
Good
cozy.
for you.
So
Good for you.
thanks.
Mr. Huffman,
Yes.
I have stuff in my locker that I paid for.
Okay.
And I do not want to have to send Russia to get that stuff out of the locker.
Send a Russian to get stuff out of your locker.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
right. Sure you do. Anywho, I know where my locker is. I know my locker number. And necesito mis belongings.
You want me to carry that for you?
I don't mind.
So here's the final tally of how this Universal Studios visit ended. She was charged with battery, criminal mischief, battery on a law enforcement officer, and resisting an officer without violence. 4 separate charges from what started as a 15-second interaction in a restaurant doorway. Let's put this in perspective. Battery. That's the physical altercation with the victim, grabbing her shirt, ripping her necklaces. That alone could result in up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine in Florida. Criminal mischief. That's the damaged property, the torn clothing, the broken jewelry, another misdemeanor charge. But here's where it gets serious. Battery on a law enforcement officer. That's not just a misdemeanor anymore in many cases. When you physically resist or strike an officer, you're looking at potential felony charges depending on the circumstances. And resisting arrest without violence, that's yet another charge that shows a pattern of non-compliance. Now, what can we learn from this absolute disaster of a situation? First and foremost, ego is not your friend. The initial victim in this story, the woman who got assaulted, she tried to de-escalate at first. She walked away, but then she made the mistake of going back to ask for an explanation. And while I understand that urge, that need to understand why someone was so aggressive for no reason, It's just not worth it. In 2024, with everyone carrying cameras, with surveillance everywhere, with body cameras on every officer, your moment of anger is going to be preserved forever. This woman's worst moment is now being watched by potentially millions of people. Her face, her words, her actions, all immortalized on the internet. Was that worth it? Was proving a point to a stranger worth 4 criminal charges and viral infamy? And let's talk about the mental health aspect for a moment. If this woman was experiencing a crisis, whether that's a manic episode, substance-induced psychosis, or something else, this incident highlights a massive gap in our system. We need better mental health crisis response, better training for officers to identify and de-escalate mental health situations, and better resources for people in crisis. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that once violence enters the equation, once someone starts assaulting others, the immediate priority has to be safety. You can't therapy someone who's actively fighting. The help has to come after the situation is secured. For those of you watching this who maybe have anger management issues, who feel that urge to confront people, who struggle with impulse control, please get help before you end up in a video like this. There are resources available. Therapy isn't weakness. Learning to walk away isn't cowardice. It's survival in a modern world where every bad decision can have permanent consequences. So, final question for you all. What do you think was really going on here? Was this a mental health crisis that needed intervention? Was she under the influence of drugs or alcohol? Or was this simply someone with poor impulse control who made a series of terrible decisions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely want to hear your take on this because cases like this are never black and white. And if you found this breakdown valuable, if you appreciated the deeper dive into what was really happening psychologically and legally, then please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we do this kind of detailed analysis on the craziest body cam footage, courthouse meltdowns, and police encounters every single week. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. Maybe someone who has a temper problem. Maybe someone studying criminal justice or psychology. This is real-world education wrapped in an insane story. Remember, folks, your reputation takes years to build and seconds to destroy. Don't let anger rob you of your freedom, your dignity, and your future. Walk away. Always walk away.